Hey bitches, it is my birthday. Happy birthday to me. It's my birthday. I am officially 20. That's really exciting. The bad news is that my birthday, ever since I can remember, my birthday has brought bad things. I remember one birthday, I literally shit myself, but was too embarrassed to tell anyone. So I just waited until I was alone to like deal with it. So I literally sat in my own shit for like hours. Just makes it a little more fun. I'm not gonna tell you how old I was when that happened. So this year, the birthday curse manifested itself. Friday morning, I wake up, I'm in pain. I go to work, I deal with it. But then after work, I go to urgent care and they're like, hey, you have an infection. So here, take these antibiotics. And I'm like, well, thank God for modern medicine. Everything's gonna be fine. No, turns out it was fucking not. I take the antibiotics, I immediately break out in horrible acne. I don't know if you can see this. Actually, I know you can see this because it's horrible. I'm in the middle of the worst breakout I've had since like 6th grade. I have pimples everywhere. I have so many pimples on my chin that it has literally swollen and it looks like I have a new layer of skin. I have a pimple on the Cupid's bow or Cupid's arch, whatever the fuck it is, on the Cupid's bow on my lip that is so swollen that it literally looks like I got a really bad lip injection off of Groupon. So I'm dealing with all this, and so it takes me a really long time to get ready for Friday night. So I was late, as I always fucking am. Honestly, at this point, that didn't surprise any of my friends or anything, you know? We go out Friday night, and we're having fun. I'm not really drinking that much because of the antibiotics, but it's like still fun. You don't need alcohol to have fun, kids. We go to leave the club, I look down, and my purse is open. And I'm like, that's fucking weird, because I've trained myself to be good with this purse. Let me explain something to you. This purse is the ideal party purse. It has like one of those zippers that goes like that and then it kind of just like flaps open. I don't know if that's very clear, but we'll see later. It is so that like if I remember to zipper it at all, then nothing can fall out because of the way like the angles are on this purse. It cost me $10 from H&M and it has saved my life on more than one occasion. But I look down and this purse is wide open and my phone is not in it. And by this point, we'd already left the club. So I turn around and I convince the bouncers to let us back in, even though the club's gonna close in like 10 minutes. And I make these poor girls, I love you guys, I made these poor girls help me look for my phone. I am looking under tables. I am looking in sticky corners of this dance floor. I check with 2 door bouncers. I check with the bathroom attendant. I check with the security guard in front of the bathroom. I check with the bar. I check with the DJ. I check with the security guard that's in front of the DJs. I check with everyone and the phone is just fucking gone. I don't know if it was stolen because like I said, this purse is absolutely perfect. Like there's no way, like if I remember to close it at all, there's no way this thing could have like gotten completely open by itself again. I hope someone stole it so then it's at least not my fault, but I doubt it. So my phone is gone. We're calling it, we're texting it, and then one of us is like, hey, let's use Find My iPhone. And I'm like, great, what a brilliant fucking plan. I used one of my friend's phones to log into my account and my phone is literally not showing up as an option. Not like it's turned off so we know it was stolen for sure. It's just literally not and something I can click on to see if it's there. It is just gone. I don't know how the fuck that happened because I would never have turned it off. Don't know how the fuck it happened, but it's gone. We get home. I'm up until like 2 a.m. Googling find phones without Find My iPhone. No luck. As it turns out, you really need to have that enabled. So kiddos, learn that lesson. The next morning, I wake up and I call Apple support and I'm like, support me. And they're like, no. It turns out you really need Find My iPhone turned on. So I'm talking to my Apple support homegirl, Janine. Janine is so nice. Janine would never steer me wrong. Janine says, hey, how about you change your Apple ID password so that if someone has your like phone, they can't just use it. They can't just like have your account. And since like I really think it was stolen or at the very least picked up later, someone found it and like took it home, you know, I'm like, Janine, fucking great idea. I will change my Apple support password. I'm on iCloud.com. I go to change password and then a little screen that pops up that says verification code. Enter the code that was sent to your trusted device. And I'm like, Janine, does this mean the trusted device that I do not have anymore, which is the reason why I'm calling Apple support and the reason why I would need to change my Apple ID? And she's like, yes. And I'm like, well, fuck you in the ass, Janine. So now I'm locked out of everything. I cannot get to iCloud.com. I cannot get to iMessage on my laptop, so now I can't even text anybody. I have to resort to Facebook Messenger. Do you know how horrible Facebook Messenger is? No, you don't, because no one fucking uses Facebook Messenger anymore. The club we were at was like, hey, like if it's under a table somewhere, like if someone didn't take it, we should be able to find it while we're cleaning up for the next night. We couldn't call them to check in with them until like 10 p.m. when they reopened. We're like, well, we have to wait to recall them anyway. Let's go do something to get my mind off of this stuff. So we go get brunch. We go see Spider Spider-Man Homecoming, which was great, and Tom Holland is like a gift. He's just so precious. I love him. Then it's around time to call the guy who said, hey, call back at 10 p.m. I called back at 9:45. He doesn't answer. And I'm like, well, that's on me for trying to be proactive. Guess who calls back in 15 minutes? Me. Guess who does not answer? The guy from the club who was supposed to tell me if he had found my phone. So I continue to call this number. I called at 9:45. I called at 10. I called at 10:05. I called at 10:06. I called at 10:07. I keep on calling until eventually this guy is so fucking bothered he actually picks up the phone. And then he's like, I'm actually a little late getting to the club tonight. I'm not really in the office right now. When I get there, it should be soon, in like 20 minutes, I'll call you back. Kids, never trust a boy. This guy says, hey, I'll call you back in 20 minutes, promise. And like every male who has ever existed, he immediately breaks that promise. An hour passes, he still hasn't called. I call him again, he doesn't answer. I call him from friend number 2's phone. He answers, says, hey, I'm actually in the middle of something, I'll call you back in 20 minutes. I call back from friend number 1's phone. He doesn't fucking answer. He is avoiding my calls. That's a fucking wasted day. Sunday comes around. I get to go have brunch with my friends. They are wonderful. They helped me celebrate my birthday a few days early because it's today. It's randomly on a Tuesday. They got me 6 donuts from California Donuts. Listen, I'm gonna show you some shit right now. We went to Bogetta Louie and we got macaroons. This is a birthday cake macaroon. These are friends that they're willing to get me a birthday cake macaroon. They love me more than I love myself. A birthday cake macaroon from Bogetta Louie. Incredible. Absolutely fucking incredible. Anyway, we get back from seeing The Big Sick, which was actually a really good movie. And like I said before, I had been relegated to Facebook Messenger, so I go to open Facebook and I see that one of the best people I've ever met is transferring out of my school and is going to a different school within the same college, but I have no chance of having her in any more of my classes or anything else, and that sucks. Girl, if you're watching this, I love you with all my heart, but you already knew that. And for everyone else who might be watching this, it crushed my soul and I'm not okay with it. Just kidding, hun, I love you. So I'm accounting that to be a part of the birthday curse as well. Then my wonderful friends are like, let me drop you off at the Verizon store. That we can get a new phone. We look it up, I'm on her phone and I'm on Google Maps. Little preface, I do not use Google Map, the app, okay? I am faithful to the Apple ecosystem to a fault, and I use the Maps app. So on Google Maps, I look at the area where it is, and I'm like, oh great, it's at the Grove. She drops me off at the Grove. As it turns out, the Verizon wireless store was not at the Grove, it was at the Beverly Grove, which is something that was not made very clear by the Google Maps app. But at this point, she's already driven away. So I realized it is 7 p.m. According to the Google Maps app, they closed at 8. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm just gonna start fucking walking. I walk to the fucking Beverly Grove. It takes me half an hour. I get there at 7:30 and I'm like, they'll probably still be able to help me because it's like not 8 o'clock yet. I get to the Verizon wireless store and I shit you not, because God is trying to ruin me. He's trying to smite me down. It is closed. It closes early on Sundays, but the Google Maps app didn't say shit about the Verizon wireless store closing early on Sundays. So I'm now still without a phone. I have no way to get in contact with anyone. I just start walking home, I guess, because I have no way to access Uber or Lyft or call a fucking taxi if those still like take calls anymore. I walk home. I don't even know what to do anymore. I finally get home. Me and my friends were supposed to go out to a final dinner to wrap up my birthday weekend. One of my friends got a date last minute with this boy, and I'm like, you go. You fly like the wind. You go for the rest of us. I get that. I'm fine. Other friend, I guess, forgot that the plan was for us to get dinner, so she ordered food to her house. She said I can come eat it, but I'm like, you ordered enough food for you. Whenever people say, hey, I ordered stuff, there'll probably be extra. There's never enough extra for me. My appetite is enormous. And people don't really seem to understand it when they invite me for their extra, which ends up being like 1 chicken wing, and I'm like, hey, I need 12. I'm like, you know what? No, it's fine. I'll go get my own food. Again, I am without a phone. So I'm like, let's just walk and let's just go and get some food. Let's just walk. I need, after this long fucking weekend, I need cheese fries. I need cheese fries more than anything I've ever needed in my entire life. I walk to the place where I get cheese fries from. It takes 20 minutes to get there. And guess what? Their kitchen closes early on Sundays. I shit you fucking not. I have no cheese fries. And now it's like 9:45 p.m. Everything is trying to close. I force the poor Chipotle employees to fucking serve me. I go home, I eat, and then I realize I haven't done any of the work I was supposed to do. So I have to read 6 scripts. That was a fly on my finger. Ah! So I have to read So I have to read 6 scripts. I don't go to bed till 2 a.m. because my life has been in shambles. I haven't showered all weekend, so I have to shower Monday morning. So that means that I get like 3 hours of sleep because I have to wake up at 5 a.m. to shower because my hair does not dry unless you sing it a lullaby for an hour and a half. So anyway, after work on Monday, I go to get a new phone, which is what I'm filming with right now. Everything works out great. I'm able to get a 7 and still have the option to upgrade to an 8. They're very sympathetic about my whole loss situation. But you know, as it turns out, not everything's hunky-dory in Verizon Wireless land. My backup, which I luckily had from only 2 weeks ago, was corrupt. Hey, you know what? This is why I have a second backup. I bought another app that backs up my phone. Let me go check that backup. So I try and upload that backup, and that backup is also corrupt. God is trying to kill me. I wish I was dead. The fates are after me. So I decide that's not an option I'm okay with. So I'm like, how about I go to the Apple store, like across the street. I meet cute guy at the Apple store. His name was Bradley. If you're watching, call me. He was so cute. Wow, it's going really well. He's super cute. I think he's straight. I have really bad gaydar, but I'm pretty sure maybe my birthday curse is broken after all. But I leave, nothing happens. People are at work. That's rude to hit on people when they're at work. But then I see a mirror of myself, like as I'm leaving the Apple store, and I realize all of my makeup that I had been using to cover the breakout that I'm having from the antibiotics, from the infection that I realized I got on Friday morning. If you'll be able to remember back that many catastrophes ago, I had been using a lot of makeup to cover that horrible disaster. All of it had slidden off over the course of the day of me running around trying to get my phone fixed. Don't think he's gonna call me. Hot guy number 2, gone. It's my birthday. I'm 20. I'm gonna go get cheese fries later. I'm gonna do it because I deserve it. I'm gonna do it for me. I'm gonna do it because I don't need nobody except for me and an oven that can cook really good fries. It's gonna be okay. All right, bitches, that was tea time. I upload videos about once a week, unless I'm a fucking mess, and then it'll be less. I'm an hour late to work because I'm trying to shoot this and get this done. Hopefully I don't get fired. Subscribe so you don't miss that fun update. Don't forget to watch the OG tea time video. Avocado Not Ripe in general puts out like a bunch of videos. We upload 5 days a week unless I'm the one fucking it up, so come and listen to us. All right, guys, that's it. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to watch. Bye, bitches. Happy birthday to me. Oh my God, there was a guy standing behind me in those bushes. I was trying to film that for like 10 minutes. Oh my God.